Hello everybody on YouTube. Today I'm watching the Twisted Metal Season 2 season finale. I don't know if this is the series finale or just the season finale, but I am looking forward to it. Obviously, because you are seeing this, I am putting it on YouTube. But if you want to watch all the episodes that I didn't have on here, they are over on my Patreon page. So go check those out. I just thought I would share this season finale as a special treat. So with that said, it's been a great season so far. A lot of twists and turns. Some things that don't make sense, like the last episode was episode 11, and somehow Stu won, even though Quiet also was alive, and Sweet Tooth is dead? Question mark? And then Calypso blew up half a stadium, so I don't know what's going on. I am lost, but yeah, let's just hop into this. If you, as always, if you like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, lets me know you want to see more. And here we go. What? We're getting a flashback. 1585, okay. So this is Calypso for sure. Some kind of introduction story to Calypso. Pilgrims discovering something evil, maybe? Okay. At the well it started.
When I first came to America, I found a land of opportunity where your greatest wish could come true. So what do you wish for? Brutality? Freedom?
Chipotle. For the rest of my life, free.
Twisted Metal is a 22-episode reality
NBC. Nice.
combatants into a high-stakes demolition derby. The only rule? Survive.
So he's promoting this to a studio that's not going to want to air this kind of stuff.
Tournaments have enthralled the masses, but we are spicing things up.
Wait, you got Wesley?
Well, no, that's just an example. But Hong Kong, Paris, cars driving up the Eiffel Tower.
I don't mean to interrupt your pitch, Mr. Sparks.
Mr. Sparks, okay.
Jay Leno facing off against Jerry Seinfeld as they drive classic cars from their own personal collections.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
And
Yeah.
I mean, these are people who have everything.
The winner of my tournament will get their greatest wish granted.
What if they want $1 billion? We can't shoulder that cost.
I would.
You know what they say. Be careful what you wish for.
So no one wins?
Do you know why you can't look away from a car accident? Instinct.
Yep, I love the psychological end of it.
To question your own mortality. That is what we will put on screen.
No, we're not interested. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna stay tuned for my commentary after this. I'm gonna say something about how this would actually work on TV. Just stay tuned. You'll want to hear this.
Called BattleBots, which is very similar to your idea. So,
BattleBots? Not quite the same.
World isn't ready, then
Make it ready. I mean, imagine he has the power to ruin the world. I don't know just how powerful he is or not. We never really find out in the games per se. Is he a deity? Is he demonic? An alien?
Quiet! Hey! Quiet! Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but John, I mean, what do we do?
John's fine. Is Sweet Tooth actually dead, though? I still don't buy it. If he is, I'm going to have something to say about that, too, in my commentary. I'm going to have a lot to say in my commentary after this, so...
John?
What are they going to do? Hunt down Calypso?
All right. He's set.
Yeah, they're definitely going to bring him back to life or something. No way you kill off the best character of Twisted Metal.
No, someone did win. Stu. I don't know. The dolls could be anywhere by now.
Just head north.
Finally, map I can read.
So go back to the dolls and they'll face off against Calypso?
Well, well, well. Congratulations, Stu.
Give me my wish.
He's gonna die, isn't he? Calypso never keeps his promise. the way you think it is, though.
Buckle me up, Stu.
What was his wish? Did we hear it?
I wish to go somewhere safe.
Okay. So what's the twist, since he wished for that? Mike's gonna be dead, but where are they gonna end up? Safe. The moon? Well, they'll die and suffocate, maybe?
Thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
I wasn't far off. That'd be the safest place. Yep.
What the
Yep, okay. So they're keeping it like the game, where it's predictable that Calypso's gonna take your wish because you didn't specify exactly, and he's gonna twist it. Love it. So happy for that about that. Yeah, because if John or Quiet or any of them won, that wish would have been twisted. I wonder if there's going to be another season and Sweet Tooth is going to be the final boss with his mechanized vehicle, even though they currently have his current vehicle.
Going first?
No, you do the honors.
Then you try knocking. Or, yeah, I guess break the window.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is your house. You go first.
Is this where he thought the baby dolls were? Or is this some hideout he had planned? Oh, this was the map that his sister had, right? So this was a family retreat, probably.
Jeez. Is your grandpa Davy Crockett?
Ha! Suck it, losers. This bed is mine.
I mean, it's not a bed, it's a chair.
That chair just turned on.
You got power?
Solar energy. Sounds like gas from the future.
Hey, John. I hope you like your chicken soup chunky.
Those cans look way too fresh to have survived this long.
On dibs on this room?
It was mine.
This is what I don't remember the beginning of the season or the first season either. This is what, oh yeah, he did remember this place because he was reading the Babysitter Club books. That's right.
I think that's why I needed to win the tournament. Not just for the outsiders, but for her. It's time we did something for us. It's our turn. We can make our own life here.
I mean, true. You don't have to do anything else. You just let the tournament go. But I think Calypso's going to be chasing them. Yeah, because this is going too nicely, you know, something's going to happen. We're going to get a little bit of a time jump, I wonder.
When casting a line, you have to be gentle.
Okay, so neither of those two could read.
The way around. What the hell are you doing? Listen to someone who's done this before. Meanwhile, Mayhem and I are going to fish the right.
I mean, if it works, why not? Waste of ammo, but still.
Damn, that looks good. This is so good. You're doing the cooking from now on.
Yeah, this is way too nice. And there's still like 12 minutes left, so.
Keep you around for your personality and your act skills. That's it.
Here we go. Calypso, right?
I come to you with a heavy heart. Hundreds of innocent insiders were brutally murdered.
Oh my God.
They're gonna blame them. Okay.
An alliance, the United Treaty of Insiders.
We have conducted a
UTI.
thorough and quiet.
What?
It's time for the outsiders to get their fair share.
That's not us. How'd they get my vest?
A declaration of war against all insiders everywhere.
Okay.
Branch was burned So now,
I just know she has eyeball necklace thingy on. Interesting.
insiders are done hiding. We will finally be free. John and Quiet will be regarded as hostile.
Interesting.
John and Quiet, just know that there is nowhere to run.
Yep, okay.
The world will be a battleground!
Oh, wasn't expecting Minion. I mean, your cars and destroy him. Why would you think that would work? So how's it gonna die? There's a weak point on his back, right?
Krista!
Really? Dollface? Is this what he does with the dead drivers?
Krista. Okay, Krista. It's me, your brother.
Because we know Axel was an experiment, right? So.
Quiet. May, we gotta get out of here.
Wait, who was shooting the Minion then?
Hey!
Okay. Who's Stu working for?
Come with me if you don't want to die.
Stu?
Nice.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah.
My hero!
Can they kill her? And how's Sweet Tooth gonna come into play here? Is it a device that's just simply controlling her? And he destroyed it, maybe? Okay. So maybe she is back. Okay, maybe not.
I was up there in space, all alone, for months. But all that me time,
Oh yeah, how did he get back down? I totally forgot about that.
I was done being someone else's sidekick, so I started working out. I learned the mechanics of the pod, timed the orbit to crash into the Great Lakes, and then I started making my way to the cabin.
How'd you know about the cabin?
Everyone knew about it. We turned it into a drinking game.
Oh, yeah.
This is about to end. Leave us on a cliffhanger. But yeah, which way do we go?
War on the outsiders. We should join the fight.
There's a target on our backs. There's nowhere safe to go.
The deck will always be stacked against people like us. Unless we take down the dealer.
Calypso?
I'm gonna kill Calypso. He started this whole war and he changed my sister. She's still my sister. Krista's in there.
Okay. Yeah, and stay tuned for my commentary.
And hunt down the most dangerous man alive.
Did you miss the part where Calypso sent me to space?
Oh.
And fully reanimated your sister's core?
Yeah. We're gonna need a team.
We're gonna need help.
Yeah.
We don't need help. We need cars.
And they're in front of a junkyard probably, right? Okay, there's a scene coming up, so let's see what it is. He's alive. I'm happy.
Gotta say, that was the best night's sleep I've had in years.
That's strict orders to bring your ass in chains.
Oh yeah? From who?
Your pops.
His pops.
What's become of his legacy?
Daddy?
What? Okay. Oh, Kane. Okay. I remember him from the games. Sweet Tooth's dad, though? Interesting. And there's another scene coming up. Please tell me Axel's back. Are we going to look at another car? What was that? Okay, stay tuned for my commentary. Okay, so that was the season 2 season finale of Twisted Metal. I'm not sure how to do this. I'll probably go over the good and then the bad, and then some. Actually, first I'm going to talk about some things I'm confused about. There is a lot of, no, I'll save it for the bad section. So first, let's just talk about the good. I am enjoying this series. Growing up, Twisted Metal was my game. I've played all the Twisted Metals except for I don't know if it's Twisted Metal 5. It was on PS5. Because at that point, I kind of switched over to computers totally. So I didn't really bother with the new consoles. They were also too expensive. So and that's how I looked up online that Vermin apparently is from PS5 Twisted Metal game. So I would die for another Twisted Metal game. Like, I love Twisted Metal. You have no idea how much of my childhood is Twisted Metal. Among some other popular games of the time, Half-Life, GoldenEye, whatever. But yeah, this show, I think they did a good job capturing just the zaniness of it. The comedy, they got the darkness going. I was really worried when the first season came around that it was going to be like a little PG-13-y kind of. It's a little bit safe for TV, even though this is technically not a TV show per se. But no, they kept it nice and dark, and there's a lot of like Easter eggs and call-outs to the games. And some of them I probably miss. A lot of them I have caught. Like Minion, I definitely wasn't expecting Minion to be a person and not a person, but I thought she was going to be in her like APC from the very first game. I think Minion was in a black APC, right? So I keep calling doll face baby doll. Keep mixing up the two. So stuff like that. But yeah, I guess actually I'll talk about the ending there. So we're gonna have, I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be a tournament again, but we're just gonna have, I guess, basically a bunch of car battles for the next season as they try to get to Calypso. So even though it's not a tournament, we're still doing car stuff, right? And they said they're going to try and find new cars. So I wonder what cars they will choose. Will they be cars from the games again? Instead of being Roadkill this time? That's very interesting. It's Sweet Tooth. His dad is apparently Kane. I think Kane was Kane is also his name, but wasn't there also another person named Kane who was a preacher? There's so many characters in so many games, I've lost track over the years, but that is interesting. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying before, the good is that they really nailed the cars, especially the ones that are from like the game. They didn't so much nail the specials as much as I'd hoped, but they did definitely nail the cars and the car battling. For being real world filmed, you know, you can only do so much, and I think they did a good job of that. The arenas weren't too bad. I imagine next season the arenas will be even better, so you'll be able to like, ooh, that's like, I remember that battle in Paris, or oh, I remember that battle in whatever. I also I think they did a good job with a lot of the characters. Like Sweet Tooth, obviously they nailed Sweet Tooth. I only recently found out that was Will Arnett voicing him. I knew the voice was dubbed because it didn't sound right coming from whoever the actor is playing Sweet Tooth. Even though you could see his lips move and say the lines, it just felt dubbed. And hearing that's Will Arnett, that makes sense. I am surprised they did things like kill Axel, but it was still good to see Axel, Roadkill, Grimm, all these other ones. I'm glad that Calypso kept his wish fulfillment thing of, you know, he actually twists whatever your wish is if you don't wish it very specifically, and even then, you know, uses it against you. So I'm glad they kept that. So, you know, overall, I love the series. So far, I'd probably say I give it like a 8.5 out of 10. No, I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10. And here's why. Here's my bad stuff. And this is gonna be a longer rant, but don't make it, I don't want to make you think I hate the series at all. I'm just airing out some of my feelings on this. My first problem with this series has always been sometimes the comedy doesn't quite hit. It's like they were trying too hard to be funny. Like John's character is kind of dumb, but it's almost in a overly kind of cringy way where it's not really funny dumb. It's kind of like, I get he's supposed to be dumb. This is just kind of silly though. I don't quite get the humor. And there's a few things like that where it just doesn't hit. It doesn't help. Yeah, I'll get into that part in a second, but yeah, it doesn't help that the series are only half-hour episodes. So by the end of the series, you have like, what is that? 12 episodes, so you get like 6 hours. Maybe it's a budget thing, which, you know, I'm not going to fault them for that if they don't have a massive budget. But I kind of want longer episodes. I think it might help lay out the details, and you could do more with hour-long episodes or even like 45-minute episodes. There's also times where there's like tender moments, like when Quiet at the end of the last episode, not this one, but the one before, episode 11, where she's crying when all the people get blown up. Calypso blows them up, right? And it's like you don't feel anything, because half the time in this series, when there's something serious going on, suddenly the music changes and it's like, oh, funny moment, actually. So you don't know what's supposed to be serious or not, and when it is serious, you don't really feel anything, because they like toe this really weird line between comedy and sometimes seriousness, and it's really strange. But at the same time, I kind of enjoy that because it's just how weird Twisted Metal is. Granted, it is just a car combat game, but a lot of us fell in love with it because of the stories and the characters and the cars. So there's also lots of times where the plot doesn't make sense, and I'm not going for realism in the show. I know it's not supposed to be realistic, but like how Stu won the tournament when Quiet was alive and her car was still working. I don't quite get that. And I guess there's just a lot of moments like that where it's like suddenly things change and they don't really explain it. Maybe they just didn't know how to explain some things, and that's okay. I mean, again, it's only a half-hour TV show at a time, so you only get so much time to figure out these details. And like I said earlier, I really was hoping we'd see more specials by some of the characters, because some of the specials are just fun. Like Sweet Tooth did have his exploding ice cream cone things that come out of the head on top of the truck. Axel had his blast thing. But I don't remember in the game if it knocks people out or just pushes them away. So there's a few specials, but nothing too amazing. I did like the callback to the shield on Raven's car, and Calypso goes, that's a no, there's no cheating allowed, right? Because in the game you could cheat with your controller and turn on a shield. So now I do agree with some people that said season 2 felt a little like lackluster. Some people said it felt like a teenage drama. I mean, definitely had its slower moments, but there were still some moments from season 2 I like far more, mainly because there's a tournament going on and Calypso was in it. But there's some moments I didn't care for, like Minion being revealed to be Dollface. It just felt, I mean, it was kind of an obvious twist, I guess. I guess it wasn't obvious, but it just kind of felt like, I mean, that was kind of a predictable move to make. I also know people said the show's kind of totally garbage because it's nothing like the games. Come on now, let's be fair. You're never going to get a perfect adaptation between two different mediums. Movie to game, game to TV show to book, book to movie. It's hard to make that perfect. And in this case, it's even harder when your game is literally just car combat and you're trying to push it over onto a TV show. It's hard to translate that. That's why they gotta kind of create a lot of lure and use a lot of these backstories and kind of fill in a lot of gaps. So I think they did great. Again, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I think they did pretty darn good. Is it like the game? No, not really when you think about it, but that's besides the point. I also know some people called out the characters, all the characters, for being super kind of like one-dimensional and cheesy, and there's not a lot of like development with them, and they all felt like bad acting. I could kind of see that. The acting isn't great. I think it's just the way it's written that it just feels weird. It just feels, again, it feels very cheesy, but it almost kind of makes sense in a Twisted Metal way to me. Again, that's just to me. I'm sure there are other Twisted Metal fans who will disagree. But I kind of like that weird take on it where it just shows just goofy and weird and you don't know what the heck is going on. Some of it's just, you're like, what? Why did that happen? But then you're like, well, that was cool though, so just some general thoughts here. I'm definitely, like I said, I definitely enjoyed the series and I can't wait for a season 3. I kind of wondered if they were going to do a season 3. The end of last end of episode 11 kind of already told me that, no, you know what, this probably is going to end, not in another 30-minute episode. Calypso's going to be alive, something's going to have to happen, right? So it did. So I'm fine with another season. This show sometimes is like really weird, but you can't look away. For me, it's more of a good train wreck than a bad train wreck. And I could overlook a lot of the silly things. And just, you know, I take this movie as it is, realizing this series as it is. So I'm looking forward to a season 3. So yeah, looking forward to the 3rd season. With that said, before I talk about, actually, I'm going to do the trivia last. I do want to talk about Twisted Metal in real life. A lot of people say this kind of thing would not work in real life, and I get it. I by all means, I'm kind of a pacifist. I don't believe in murder being right, but something like this would be watched. If you know about the dark web, you know people do watch some pretty terrible things, and regardless of that dark stuff, humans do have a tendency, as Calypso said, to look at the train wrecks. It's some morbid curiosity. There have been lots of, like what's that TV, the Squid Games, right? Well, nobody watched that, and in the series world, nobody watched it. It was just performed for VIPs. We, as the viewers, still watched the show, even though we knew what it was about. An arena full of people killing each other to win. And there's been other media that has done this. There's been books about it. I mean, there's the Hunger Games. We play games about it. Look at the game Unreal Tournament. For those of you that are younger, you may not know what that is. That whole premise was, it was like an international tournament. Not international, like galactic, universal-wide tournament where different players, human, aliens, would come and fight in tournaments to the death. And everyone on planets watched. That was just the thing. Could it work in a modern age, like right now? Probably not, due to networks and laws and censorship. But I think in the future it could be something somehow that people might actually get to pass somewhere and people would actually watch it. I don't know how. Maybe they'll do it on the moon where there's no laws. But my point is, humans would watch this. As terrible as it is, and a lot of people say they would never watch that kind of stuff in real life, but the fact that you consume media that revolves around this subject says you may end up actually watching it. Or have some morbid curiosity about, well, maybe I'll just take a quick peek. What actually goes on? Mind you, this is a very dark view. Like I said, maybe it could happen in the future. I don't know if it actually would. I certainly hope not, because most of these mediums that have this, it's usually people, half the time it's people just forced into it, kind of like the Gladiator games, which is a perfect example of real world Twisted Metal. Granted, there's no cars, they had chariots, right? But yes, so this has happened in history before, where people have watched games where people kill each other. Also, all these words I'm saying is going to get me flagged on YouTube, but that's fine. So all I'm saying is, you never know. That said, let's go on to some trivia. Maybe I'll answer some questions about this season or last season. Granny Dread is based on the character of the same name from Twisted Metal 3. Her stuffed dog is also featured in her character bio in the game and makes an appearance in the TV series. Was she in this? Or was she in last season? The code that John Doe uses to operate his vehicle, I think that was in the first season. L1, R1, up, down, left, right. Right, left, down, up. Yeah, okay. That was for unlimited health. Yeah, I remember that. Carl and Jamie Roberts are based on the character Outlaw in the Twisted Metal games. Who are Carl and Jamie Roberts? Again, they must have been from the first season. I don't remember them. We've gotten introduced to a few characters. Mr. Slam, yeah, he was a construction vehicle. I recognized him. I see Preacher is on here too. And I think, yeah, he drove Brimstone. Okay. I don't know what he drove in this though. It was a hearse. I think I remember seeing a hearse. Raven is based on the same character from Twisted Metal Black. Why don't I remember her? It's been such a long time since I played that. That's fascinating. I don't know why that just went right over my head. Mike and Stu are the character names from Twisted Metal 2 who drove the Hammerhead monster truck. Oh. I didn't remember their names, but I do remember the monster truck from that game. Interesting. Okay, so there's a lot more characters in here that I just didn't realize. It's kind of like I thought, Mayhem, maybe it was Grasshopper, supposed to be Grasshopper, or Calypso's daughter. That's what I was thinking originally, but... Okay, Amber Rose is based on the Twisted Metal 3 character who drove the Flower Power car. Okay. I kind of wonder if that was her little VW Beetle, because I'm like, that sure looks familiar, but it's not painted up. Okay, again, I don't remember all the characters' names, but I tend to remember the cars better. Okay, and well, I guess that does it for the trivia. I guess it was more just Easter eggs for the show. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Again, this was exclusively for Patreon, but I decided to have the first and last episode on YouTube for you guys, just as a treat. I encourage you to join my Patreon if you want to see the episodes in between. I also have a bunch of other shows on there right now that you're not going to see on YouTube. I try to list the shows over here or over here. Probably over here because there's more room. So I highly encourage you to go do that. I still have movies on this channel, but as you know, I have a baby on the way in January, so things are going to slow down. So for now, enjoy my content, and yeah, let me know what you thought of the series. Are you a longtime Twisted Metal fan? How many of the games have you played? How many of the Easter eggs did you catch in the series? Let me know in the comments. Did you even like the series? Were you like mixed on it? Did you just think it was god-awful? No judgment for me. I'm the kind of person that I'm fine with whatever your views are on something, as long as you're respectful back to me and accept my views are okay. You know, everyone's allowed their view on this show. So yeah, with that said, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.